This is climaxes and denouements. When I was an actress, I used to do a monologue. A young woman whose father left when she was a kid. She said if you drew a circle around her life, her father would be sitting just outside the circle in a lawn chair with his boots on the line, reading a book. So I wrote, in my ire, I cannot have you, hovering on the edges of my life, taking up space. I need to be clear for my man to enter. I don't think you get the reference. Or my tone, which was decisive with gravitas and regret. He was a filmmaker, and I was the actress. We both knew I had a particular advantage. My PhD, he called it. Emotional intelligence is the technical term. But I told you not to contact me. No PhD required. I told you I cannot have you hovering on the edges of my life, taking up space. I need to be clear for my man to enter. So why put your boot on the line? Realized you loved me when the world might end? Monogamy throttling you with its tentacles again? Ready to be touched softly down your back for the second time in your life? With the feathered fingertips of no woman underneath you before me, and no woman since? How dangerous you've been. Toppling myths of other men, spun sugar and air, a confection spanning decades of my lifespan, spanning a New York Times modern love story I keep thinking has an ending. But do entanglements have endings? Just pauses, right? Just lulls. And then the twisted projectionist in the booth of my subconscious inserts a splice of you into my night dreams on a morning, edged by the ocean, your chest against my back, poised at the juncture of my waking, your chest against my back. So for a split second, I think I am happy. How could I not become intoxicated on you? You know I don't come like that with any other man. You know I came with you the first time and every time after that. You know I don't drink. Avoidance and men have always been my vices. I don't drink, and I'm still not sober of you. The continents between us never stopped any masochist from any bender. I vomited chai tea. Didn't want a child either. I said so in my bed on the day that you asked, and you felt so free. You said so free, knowing I'd get the abortion, and that must have been the day that one became required. It's a dangerous thing, a myth, to pull, to pray. Your Joaquin Phoenix eyes and the way everything, yet everything was more important than me. What an entanglement we are, you said, putting your boot on the line 3 boots ago after I told a story about you, but mostly about me, and broadcast it for the world and called you Peter, like you asked, which is my gay uncle's name, and he doesn't like me, but okay. Thanks for that. By the way, thank you for not asking me not to tell my part of our story, because you know stories, they're the absolute of me. The crux and the crucible, the glint and the triumph, the purpose and the gift. Stories are the way I'm wired. If you cut me open, you'd find nothing but climaxes and denouements and just a few well-placed beginnings, which is why I remember details like the circle and the lawn chair and the book, your college briefcase and electric blue guitar, your pointy shoes and fast talk, everything slicked back. The way you spanked me as I rode you as though you were riding me, climaxes and denouements. When you stood beside me at that party, your hand on the small of my back, even when it wasn't. Your insistence in the wake of the first time we made love, with the full force of 20 years of intermittent tension and care, that there was nothing so important that I couldn't get back into bed and let you hold me for 11 minutes long. The empty glass of water I didn't want to get up for, that you left filled so I could keep on writing. It's a dangerous thing, a myth. A full glass of water, your scent, leather armchairs, and a whiff of being taken care of. Love you,
Peter.
still. But get your boot off my fucking line.